Welcome to Hack Shack Studios. We are live. We are live. Hey everyone, I'm RT Bear, and I'm going to be talking at you, with you, through you. I'm not going to talk through you for the next hour or so, and we're going to hang out. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. It's been a while for me. I think it's been a week since I've YouTubed. Been very, very busy doing stuff, writing and ballooning and stuff like that. Yeah, so feel free to ask questions in the chat. We have a sign of life. We have Kevin. Hey, Kevin Thompson, how are you, brother? And I think there's a package on its way to you. I think Pamela packed up something for you. So be expecting that. With the pandemic and the crazy shipping schedules and all this stuff, who knows what will happen? But we're still believing. We're still keeping on. We're still trying to conduct business and keep things moving forward, even with this crazy pandemic. And California, man, I've never heard anybody argue so much for being locked in their houses as Californians right now. With Gavin Newsom's, I call him Gavin Nuisance instead of Gavin Newsom. That guy's a pain in the rear. We need to get things moving again. We need to get people back to work. I know there's a pandemic and people are frightened and scared, but we cannot live our entire existence in fear. Just be smart, you guys. But I don't know how people in the chat feel, but we do need to get back. We do need to get back to work, man. I do kind of enjoy it though when the family and I do get out. The 91 freeway by the house and the highways, there's no one there. It's absolutely it's freedom. It's freedom, baby. And I don't know, I might be making this up, but the air looks better. I've read somewhere that the California air and around LA is actually clearing up the skies and stuff because of less, congestion, less cars, less that type of thing. So who knows? I don't know if that's true or not, but today is a lovely day. I can see Mount Baldy out my window here. It's perfect. So yeah, I'm just going to take a break, a little bit of a break today. Been working my little tushy off today. And oh. I'm wearing my Chrono t-shirt. I got it's this side. Got my patch, my Sector 7, 9.2 of Sector 7 patch, my Chrono patch on. I'm all ready to go. Well, let me see. Greetings. How are you? We have L Morges. Oh, it's not L. It's oh man, how are you, man? You're very good artist. EJ Morges. Yeah, I think that's how you say your name. He works on a lot of the Cyberfrog stuff with Ethan Van Sciver. How are you, brother? We have a couple horns and a smiley face. And Kevin says, nice. Let me know the postage cost. Okay, I will. Yeah, I think she sent it out. I think she took care of all that stuff. I'm not sure though. So I know I saw her pack it up. So maybe I assume that she brought it out, because sometimes she'll pack the stuff up. She'll take it to the post office, get it weighed, and then get back to you guys. So maybe that's what's happening. So maybe it hasn't gone out yet, Kevin. We're going to get Pamela in here, and we can ask her when she's here. She's going to talk. We're going to talk about our writing process. I was going to say our fighting process in this stream instead of writing process, because yeah, we are both very opinionated in the way we want to do things. So a lot of times things get a little heated, but all in a good way. Hey, Pamela, I got a question for Kevin. I might have spoke out of turn. I said that his package was shipped out?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's packed up. You just have to take it in to get it weighed?
No. I have to call for a pickup, and it's hard right now because a lot of the companies like DHL, FedEx that do international, they are going through this process of one or the other with this group that Kevin is actually the one that set me up with this group. Some of them are going, we're not shipping right now, check back. So it's taking me a while to find one within a decent price range, but I am working on it.
Okay. So
and Kevin, I will let you know once I get some decent prices for you.
I know the piece you sent out. It was the commission, right? It was the white commission.
Yes, that went to one of the very last black and white backer, and that went out because that was the post office.
Okay, that's what I saw then.
Yeah.
I know I saw 11 by 17 box. Yeah. So D Geek Art, say hi.
Hey, how are you?
She wants out, man. She's done, because I was talking about the pandemic and everybody having a little bit of cabin fever.
Oh my golly, I'm starting to feel like a wolf in a trap. I want to chew off my leg to get out.
I don't want to see that. I don't want that to happen. Title 10 says Heidi Ho. We have EJ Morges in the chat, Pamela. He's a really talented artist. So say hi.
Hi.
He's working with Ethan Van Sciver on Cyberfrog. I saw some of his pencils. Very, very, very talented. Ethan's a lucky man to have landed such a talented guy.
Well, congratulations. I can't wait to see it.
Hail, merciful fate. Victor says, hey, we have the sketch of the therapy. I love your art, EJ Morges. That's tough for me to say. Most things are tough for me to say anyways, but that's especially is hard for me to say. Good afternoon, Cam. Big time supporter of the channel and everything we do here, Pamela. So say hi to Cam.
Hi, Cam.
He's a behind the scenes guy. You should see him typing away in Twitter. He's like, back chrono mechanics.
A little fast and furious fingers, huh?
Yeah, unlike mine. This is my speed. But you should have seen me today. I sent out an email to Jeff Jefe Echoberry, the letter. Did you hear the typing, the speed?
No, I'd have probably fallen asleep if I had.
Oh my gosh. No, it was fast. It was lightning fast for me. So we have a hail EJ. EJ says, thanks to Sketch. I borrow ideas. Hey, Art, great timing. Have a meeting in a few minutes. Oh, cool. We have a Pamela, because usually I'm like, oh, but I'll like mute it so you guys don't hear me yelling.
Is that like what's that old movie? It just Stella.
Yeah, Stella.
I'll drop to my knees.
Yeah. Was it raining? It was raining, right? We got to throw some water on us. So Kevin says he'll DM you later.
Excellent.
We have another Comicsgate talent. We have Adam Post. What's up, brother? I want to start streaming again with you. We were kidding around about possibly a stream where we call it Art Adams.
No.
Like the artist. So we'll use my first name and Adam's first name, and we'll combine those, and we'll do a brilliant live stream. It'll be brilliant. Man, I feel a little rusty. I'm glad I'm doing this. I haven't since... Probably it's been a week. I think Thursday of last week was my last live stream.
That's because you've been working on black and white now.
Yes, we're going to talk about our process, our fighting process. Did you hear me say that? I wanted to write it in, but no one got it in the title. Pamela and Art's fighting process. Hanging in there on top of the quarantine. My car broke. So even if, oh man, that's the worst.
That's horrible.
We have Daniel C says hello. We have, EJ says hello, Pamela. And if you guys don't know, Pamela is my co-writer, my co-partner in almost everything I've ever done. Since we've met, right?
30 years ago.
Yeah. So she pretty much, are you the president? What are you as far as Hack Shack, the corporation?
No, you're the president.
Yes.
Which you know.
See,
don't you love it?
See, this is why we get into fights.
Yeah, this is it. Because he'll do that, and then I'm like, really?
And then you hate.
Gonna go there.
Then you hate me for the rest of the day because I tricked you. But what's your title?
Well, on the corporation papers, I'm the vice president and secretary.
See, there you go. You're vice
treasurer.
president. Yeah, so you are president. You're just a vice of the president. So D Geek Art says, Pamela, miss you.
You too.
Yeah, no Comic-Con Revolution. They're saying this summer, but I don't know. The thing is, though, if they did do it this summer with San Diego, because there's no way San Diego is going to happen. Absolutely no way. But if they can squeak like end of summer, maybe September, Comic-Con Revolution, they will clean up because everybody will be jonesing to do a con again. So they'll get a ton of vendors, they'll get a ton of artists, and a ton of comics fans.
It's a very nice con.
It'll be big. This is just my critique. I like it when it was the 1-day show versus 2 days because I think it becomes an event and then people show up and you're busy all day. But Sundays are always kind of like the mornings are busy, but then after lunch, things pretty much start to slow down.
Yeah.
So I think the first couple of years they did it. It was a 1-day show. Oh, by the way, I love the post you've done of Amanda's work. The Haunted Mansion is stunning. Maybe I could show that. Let's see if I have it on my...
she is doing... someone commissioned her to do a master copy.
Oh, I can't do it this way.
Of... I don't know I'm not an artist and I haven't really taken a lot of art, but what's the artist with the ballerinas?
I think it's Renoir.
Renoir, but it's a Gothic Renoir.
Oh, go grab it. I'll show it. She doesn't want me to show it, but I'll show it. I wanted to show it, but she's not here, so I'll show it. I should still have that. I'm looking for her artwork. I usually have it here. This is just a chill chat, you guys. So we'll talk about our writing process, but we're just kind of hanging out. I just kind of want to get I just wanted to really take a break. Hold on. I'm telling my wife to hold on, not you guys.
So what she has done with this is the tutus and that sort of thing have changed. She's made them different. And then he also wants her to do a goth version of another painting. And now I forget which one that was. But she works her little tusher off.
Yeah, the camera never does this stuff justice. But you could obviously tell where the idea came from, because it's a very famous painting. And
she's changed out the tutus and
move. This thing's heavy. It's on Masonite. Let me move the microphone out of the way because I can't really see the camera. Is it?
It's in there.
Centered?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming out really good.
See, like there's like spider webs and moons and, just.
So I think she's going to do a series of these paintings. Yeah, and I have one here that I'll share with you. I couldn't find the Haunted Mansion one, but it's up on my Facebook and I think Twitter as well. It was a little watercolor that she did. But this is her painting. This one's finished. This is on her site. She's selling this one as well. So I thought this, like, there's just this cool translucence to the skin. It's very cool.
Everything that she does has a dark sort of
contrasty.
Twist to it.
Oh, you mean darkest theme?
Yeah, there's always something.
I think this is bigger than the original too. The original is about this size, I believe, and it's on Masonite. So it's really cool. She's coming along. So
very proud of our kid.
As you could tell, yeah, showing it off. Commander-in-Chief. Yeah, that's what. Can we change that for the corporation? Commander-in-Chief
instead of president.
And look at Sketch Therapy's visual. He's a military dude in fatigues in his camo. Feels like everything is hitting all at once. Samurai Zero. Oh, I'm missing something in the chat. Oh, just I guess the car and everything else. So what do we have?
I think Kevin liked Amanda's painting.
Yeah,
I'm assuming the wow.
If I think about it, I'll put her link in the chat after the show. And if you want to check out some of her artwork, you guys can.
We should show my artwork and show everyone where she gets it.
Do you have any? I'll show it off. Show them your stick figure girl.
That's all I can draw.
She draws a killer stick figure girl. When we do convention signings and stuff like that, sometimes the people will ask her, like, can you draw something? And she draws this lady with high heels, and it's a stick figure. It's pretty good, though. The first time I saw you do that, it was that golden apple, right?
Yes. With black and white.
Yeah, you saw it. That person was like,
someone
okay.
said, would you do a drawing? And I said, I can't draw. And they said, sure you can. And I went, oh, okay, here you go.
Oh, man, the Shrine Auditorium shows were great. The early days, like 90s and stuff. Remember they used to have, like, this was before, that was the first real, like, kind of Hollywood con, because they would have, like, the Batmobile.
Oh, we saw the Black Beauty.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, they used to have all kinds of, like, cars and Hollywood people in there for, Q&As and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that. I just remember the Black Beauty and that you could touch it. They didn't even, the one year that I'm thinking of, there wasn't even a rail around it. You could actually go up. Didn't you sit in it?
Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah, the interior was done. That's the one where he was selling it, right? I don't remember that, but you asked him how he knew it was the real Black Beauty, and he reached over in the glove compartment because he said he found it in an impound lot. It was a 20th Century Fox. What do they call those? Like morgue or they don't call it junkyard, like a cemetery, I think they call it. Hollywood's always got to call things differently. So I think they call it a cemetery or something like that. And it's basically a junkyard.
But he just, as he's talking to you and you're sitting in the car, he reached over and popped the glove box open. And he said, this was in it. He said, I didn't think it was the real one either, until he opened up the glove box and it had the papers.
The pink slip.
Yeah.
It had the Fox ownership papers in the glove box. So if you're a collector, you look for authenticity with things, and you're not going to get any more. Like if it's a vehicle, like a movie vehicle or something like that, if you can get the pink slip, holy crap. Yeah. And he was selling it for it was like 200 and something, right?
Oh yeah, it was.
And I remember turning to you and like, could we? And you're like, yeah, if you want. But then practicality set in, and it's like, what would we do with this thing? Yeah. We have Michael Green in the house. What's up, Michael Green? Oh, Kevin says $5 confirmed, I guess, for the painting. If you can convince her for $5, then you're quite a salesman, my friend. We got a bunch of new faces. We got Rooster Puncher. There's a little bit of a delay on my screen here. Hey everyone. Hey RT Bear. We have Mutt Man. Hey Art. Finally caught a live stream. Well, welcome to the live stream, my friend. New face.
Can I ask a question?
No.
I want to know how he came up with Rooster Puncher. That's an awesome name.
Yes, sometimes you don't want answers.
Okay.
It might be absolutely horrifying.
Oh, okay.
It might literally be that he punches roosters.
Well, growing up in West Virginia, there were times I wanted to,
punch a rooster
upon occasion.
Especially when they wake you up early, right?
No, when they chase you.
Oh, okay. Are they mean?
Yes, they are.
Oh, Kevin says $5 confirmed for Pamela Stickman.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Wait. All right, now we got to do one. No, you're going to do one.
I will, but I'm not.
No, we're not going to charge you.
No way.
We'll put it in your package.
Yes, but no.
All right. Okay, here's a blank piece of paper. All right, you want to pencil first and then ink it? Would you like that better?
Oh no, I think
you're just gonna go right in there.
Right for the jugular.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. There's
okay.
There's everything you need.
Okay.
I wish we could show this because you got to see this. Her skill level is off the charts. Hey, Art. Oh, I got to start somewhere. Kevin says you got to start somewhere. Andrew says, hail Artie Bear. I think they're starting to call me Grandpa Bear or Grandpa T too, because I think I'm the oldest guy in Comicsgate. Wait a minute. That's well beyond your usual. Kevin is getting... Make sure there's 5.
Got to put a skirt on her so she's not naked here.
Well, it's a transparent skirt. Oh, that's pretty hair. You got to sign it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, you guys, if you saw this right now, you'd be laughing your ass off because she concentrates. I hope that's not what I look like when I'm drawing.
Tongue hanging out.
All right, here you go. There's her. Look at that signature, though. That's killer. PT Bear. All right, she counted the fingers. There's 5 fingers, and look at the. I think this is my favorite part. Always is the shoes with the high heels. And she says she didn't want to draw her naked, but yet her dress is transparent.
Wow.
She's got a transparent. This is gorgeous. Look at the detail in the face.
Oh yeah.
I like how crazy you go with like the face. Because it's, you know what? It's all right here, you guys. This is where the magic is, right there. It's all there.
Well, there you go, Kevin.
All right, Kevin. That'll be shipped along. You can put it up on your wall. Proud owner. You know what? Everybody's going to want one now. Everybody's going to want a sketch by you.
Can you imagine, though, if Customs opens up that box?
They're going to see all this other stuff.
What the heck is that?
And then they're going to go, I'm going to try not to judge. A Julia Child sketch?
Oh, does it look like Julia Child? No, because this one has all the fingers. And
oh yeah, wasn't there that SNL skit where she chopped her fingers off? Because wasn't the joke? Yeah, the joke was that she's always drunk. All right, well, are you ready to talk about our process?
Sure.
Oh, Cam says new stretch goal for Chrono.
Awesome.
I don't know how we can make this happen. We got to put pressure on her. We got to put pressure on it.
So I'm sure you guys now see where Amanda gets her artistic ability.
Oh man. Oh, Rooster's cracking himself up. Wait. I went out of order. Pamela, cover sketch goal sold. Oh,
well, now I'm just going to get a swelled head, guys.
You should see her. It's swollen as we're talking right now. There's going to be no living with her after this. Wait. Oh, here we go. Mutt Man is 100,000 stretch goal. Pamela T original. All right, you got to commit to this now. 100K?
Oh, yes. Well, trust me, if you got 100K, I would definitely.
Kevin says put it on a t-shirt. You got to, if you put on a t-shirt, you have to have a name for it. You can't, it's got to have like a mascot name or Lil P. It's Lil P.
That's funny. No, for a mascot, you've got
Inko. Wait.
Yes.
Oh, we got D Geek Art. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can find. No, I can't do it that way. I get crazy sometimes. I gotta find it this way. I think I have it. I'll find it. Yeah, Hack Shack has a mascot now, and it was done by the brilliant and talented D Geek Art. All right, where is it? Oh, come on. It's at the bottom? I always thought it was at the top of my list. Oh, seriously?
When you want to find something, you can't.
Okay, I found it. Okay, we call him Inko. D Geek Art probably doesn't even remember this. I think we did it on a live stream like a year or so ago. And Taylor and I were talking about like a mascot or something like that. And then we described it like an ink bottle and with a face on it. And so D Geek Art came up with this. So this is Inko. This is the official Hack Shack Studios mascot.
Yes. She didn't sign it.
We all know the D Geek Art brilliance. Yeah, so this is her.
That's the mascot.
I thought it was a little bit based on me because he's got glasses and this weird mustache.
And the mouth is open.
Yeah, my mouth is always open. I'm a mouth breather. I'm not a mouth breather. Could you imagine if I was? Our daughter would absolutely hate me. She hates mouth breathers. Like it just kills her. Like her skin crawls. Okay, so I do remember you said he would be cool, inspired by the Marx Brothers. Oh, that's right. So that's where the glasses and the mustache came from. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. So he's like Groucho Marx.
Harpo was my favorite.
Harpo. I just figured out who's Harpo.
Who?
We write Caravaggio like Harpo Marx. Because remember, he would always talk like this. Oh, no, that was... Harpo is the deaf one.
Yeah,
who's the Italian one?
I don't remember. The only reason I really remember Harpo is because he would play the harp, and he could play so beautifully. And I remember reading an article about him that when they were growing up, they were so poor, and his dad found this harp in a dump, and he brought it home, and they had the thing strung, and he taught himself to play. And when they made it big, he went to try to get someone to teach him how to play correctly, and no teacher would do it.
Because he played so brilliant.
Because he played so beautifully.
It's a weird instrument for a guy, too, because usually it's a feminine instrument. Right. Yeah. Yeah, he played the shit out of it. So it's Chico. I always thought it was weird, too, because he's Chico, so he sounds Hispanic, but he has an Italian accent, right?
There's no such thing as a Santa Claus.
You cannot fool me. There is no such thing as a Santa Claus.
They were They were brilliant.
Look it up, that skit right there, because they're talking about contracts, right?
Yes.
And so then Groucho's trying to get what is his name, Chico, to sign a contract, and then Groucho says, and don't forget to read the sanity clause, and then Chico's like, oh, you cannot fool me.
There's no
such thing as a sanity clause. Yeah, that's our level of humor, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so we're going to talk about our creative fighting process or writing process.
All right.
Okay, so where do we start? Oh, wait. We got to get Sketch. What is Sketch saying? It's one of the romantic tongues. Spanish, French, Italian are all kind of Latin.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Most languages do come from Latin.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all similar, I guess. But I always thought like Chico. Maybe it's just like you formulate opinions when you're kids, and you never really think about it until later when you talk about it as an adult, and you're like, wait a minute.
Why did I think that?
Yeah, why did I think that?
Yeah.
Maybe he is just Italian. Maybe he's not Hispanic. Yeah. Okay. So should we just start with the stumbling block, which is 46 and 47? So we're working on 46 and page 47 right now. And so just to give you guys an update on Chrono Mechanics is our creator-owned book. It's in demand right now, and it's doing quite well. And it's done. All the artwork is done on the book, and we're just doing last-minute tweaks on the dialogue and the writing. So it will go out to print soon. So as soon as we get the last pages from El Jefe, who is our letterer, we will be sending this off to the printer. So
are they even open?
Some of them are, some of them are not. So we had the whole thing's written, but we went back and started rereading some of the pages, and we realized that 46 and 47 were a little bit of a stumbling block. And these are the pages where we talk about the big machine and basically what part of the machine they just fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had 2 pages basically to do this, and it was quite challenging, was it not?
They were challenging pages, and when we, it's funny because I don't know how other people do this. I can only talk about Art and me. We will write the whole thing and then just let it set for a while and let everything, stew.
Yeah, so the process, to kind of give you a little bit, hold on for a second, this is how I write, you guys. I put everything down in the form of a Post-it, and I just write. I have the artwork. Sometimes I'll write in the sides, in the margins, and then I'll just kind of tweak it up in the form of these Post-its. And so then I hand it off to Pamela. Sometimes we'll talk about the page before I even go into that mode. And so then I'll hand it off to Pamela, and then I get a more kind of, what would you say, comprehensive
a script,
version of what we wrote. So then you can even see there's some notes in here, some things crossed out, some things written in. So then we take this and we start tweaking it from here because it's easier, right, to see it.
Right. And sometimes it takes us, we will do rewrites on some pages like 6 or 7 times. And that's where this one comes in, is because it's been written, but after letting it stew, in looking at it again, we went, this really doesn't answer what we want it to answer. And
yeah, there's a better way of saying it, or
right.
more concise way of saying it. The problem is that when you talk about specifically the big machine, it's an abstract. You know, we say time is a big machine, and it's very abstract in idea. So the trouble is we have to keep it fun, how to explain what it is, at the same time give you guys, the reader, a detailed, comprehensive version of what it is. It doesn't have to be overly explained. It just has to be explained enough that you understand it, and hopefully still as an abstract, because the way we're looking at the big machine, this is the challenge it's always been for chronomechanics, is that the big machine is so massive that you can't even comprehend how big it is, right? I mean, it is the size of the universe,
right?
The entire universe and all timelines. So I don't even think Chrono can properly keep track of everything.
Yeah, it is a what do you call it? Concept that you just sort of have to roll with, but it also has to make sense. So that's where, we are, and where we get into,
Yeah, and also Sketch Therapy said, having delivered Black and White, this new project shifts the tone in a fun of all time or time adventure with chronomechanics. I'm working on pitch practice.
That he's very true, because the tone is totally different. And that's it. I don't even know how to describe sometimes when we're sitting and reading this stuff, how we'll just start laughing. And with the writing along with Art's artwork, I mean, he knows my favorite. There's one panel that cracks me up every doggone time I look at it. And Oot and Zen are fighting. And Zen has his tentacles wrapped around Oot's neck and face. For some reason, because I love that stupid humor. Right there. That one does it for me.
Yeah, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, this could be spoiler. We might be entering into spoiler territory here. Share here. So you guys should be seeing the lettered versions of the page. So this is page 15. So this is, you can see like, I'll kill you. You know how we were talking about the way Caravaggio talks. And so
right there, that bottom panel.
Yeah, so this bottom panel right here is what cracks her up. So the thing is, these guys, they're guys, and so they're trying to work through the pain of losing a fallen mechanic here. So guys don't cry. They usually get mad, or they get upset, or they punch things and stuff like that. So these three guys are trying to come to terms with the fact that they lost a friend, a teammate, a mechanic. And so they don't go internally, they go external. And so they kind of start getting into a fight. They blame each other for the death of the fallen mechanic, and they get into a fight, a literally fist fight. And so then Doug just kind of says, hey guys, and it snaps them out of their rage. And so then they stop, and they're frozen in time looking at Doug. So you have Oot and Zen, but then you have poor Caravaggio.
Who was throwing a temper tantrum down there.
Yeah, who's kind of in this horrible position of looking up Oot's loincloth.
I mean, he was just, he took losing Miguel what seems like the hardest. And I just see that little baby thing with he's kicking his feet, and, the other two are fighting. It just, that panel cracks me up.
He's closing his eyes. He's like, I can't believe what I'm looking at right now, which is caveman junk. He's looking at caveman junk. So yeah, I think you've seen this page right here. So that's what leads into this page and kind of snaps them into reality. So that's one of Doug's gifts as well, because he's kind of the fourth, he's the odd man out. and he kind of points out the obvious in a kind of clumsy, dumb luck way. So look at these pages, man. They're gorgeous. Yeah, we're getting all the pages in now from Jeff
Jeff's
Eckelberry.
lettering is awesome.
Yeah, and each one of these characters have a different font style. So every one of them have a different design to their, I guess, just their font.
The font, yeah. I mean, Jeff takes so much time and care with what he does. And we even immortalized him in the comic.
Yeah, there's a saying. Go ahead and explain that.
The foreman is angry, and so he's using a cuss word, basically. But his cuss word is, "Oh, eckleberries."
So his expletive is eckleberries. So even in the movie script that we did, it's in there. It's in there. Yeah. Oh, eckleberries. So when you guys read the book, you can pick up on that. Sketch Therapy looks like he's doing some writing as well. So So good for you, my friend. Yeah. So yeah. The thing about movie scripts, because Pamela and I, with writing partners, have written comic books, movie scripts, and novels now. And
and pitches, of course.
Yeah, so they are all completely different beasts. They all have pluses and minuses. I would say novels are probably the easiest just because there's more room there. There's more room to expand on and to get into details. Movie scripts are usually condensed into like 110 pages. And each page is like a minute. Is that kind of how it breaks down?
That's like a minute on screen time.
Yeah, screen time, actual film time or whatever. And so comic books is, 20-page long story. So you usually have to condense storytelling. And usually most balloons are no more than 25 words per balloon. So if you can keep it to about 20 words, that's ideal.
And see, that's where one of the problems that Art and I get into, because I love to read. I read novels and stuff all the time. And so when it comes to the writing of comics, I try to get the most bang for my buck. And then I'll come and I'm so happy with something and I'll be cracking myself up. And then Art will read it and he'll go, "Yeah, it's too long. Go away." And I'm like, we can split it into, no, it's too long. Go away. And then that's where the fireworks start.
You guys don't want to be here, man. You don't want to be anywhere near. Like sometimes my daughter will come home and we'll be at it because the driveway's right here. You can just hear a car drive by. So sometimes we'll be at it and we don't hear her pull up. And she'll just come in and she'll just leave us alone.
She goes right to her room.
She'll go right to her room. She'll go, "I'm not even going to talk to Mom and Dad because it's not good." Because you know what? It's like I taught her, don't engage crazy, but also don't engage anger. Because if you engage crazy or anger, guess what? It all gets directed in your way. So yeah, don't do it. Let things calm down before you engage. So that's kind of the thing where I think it's because you do like comics and you read comics and you do read comics, but most of the stuff you read are novels.
Yeah.
And so novels are more long form storytelling.
You can get all sorts of information in.
Yeah, and also this is where like we get into trouble. And then your background, like your writing professional background, is technical writing.
Right. I wrote the technical procedures for Northrop for years.
Yeah, so you can't get anything by her. And so the problem becomes that I kind of write things like on the Post-its, but they're very concise and they're very shorthand. Sometimes there's not even a lot of character because that's the one thing that you bring.
I'm character.
Yeah, you bring. But what happens is like I'll write it bare bones. And so it'll kind of, there'll be some character, some jokes. I don't want to say that I don't, that I just write a very sterile stuff. But usually it's just the right amount. So then for you, when I give it to you, it has to fit that same format, but there's no room for character sometimes. So sometimes just adding character will be 3 words, but then all of a sudden you're from 25 words to 28 words. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you're not in the format anymore. So then the problem becomes you want to condense something, but you can't because these things have to be said. You know what I mean? Because you have to move the plot along. You have to explain things. So always, I think the big difference is what needs to be said for us and then how to say it in the most fun, character-oriented way.
Right. And then we both, which happens, to writers, when you write something, you become rather possessive of it because you've crafted this and you like how it sounds. And then the other person goes, no. And that's where the problems quite often stem, is because he will write something that he loves, thinks it's just the funniest thing ever. And I look at it and go, I don't like it. And because I say I don't like it, that, of course, makes the hackles go up. And I'll write something that I love, and he'll look at me and he'll go, this is horrible. And then my hackles go up.
By the way, I only say it's horrible as a last resort. And that's usually when things just break down. Because you can only argue so long, and then you just have to cut to the chase and go, it sucks. But I will say one thing. I have a problem with that. She, on the other hand, does not. She'll come right in and go, it sucks.
That's true.
So I'm a little bit more diplomatic in my approach than you are. But the one thing is, this is my favorite part about it is when we're writing, because those 2 pages that we showed you, 46 and 47, where they're talking about the big machine, we both had 2 observations early on. Well, 2 observations between the 2 of us. Mm-hmm. And they both seemed like they were
opposites.
Completely opposite, right? Like your point of view was wrong, and then my point of view was wrong. And so then we had a fight. And then we slept on it, and then we came back onto it. And I think you went down and you tried to craft some stuff up. Mm-hmm. And so you came back up and we went over it. And then also the longer it goes, the less diplomatic I become. So I think I was just like, this sucks. And so
No, at first you said, I love it.
Oh, that's right. That's
you were
right.
Like, this is awesome. So I walk away going, yes, these pages are done. That's right. Now, now you can tell this bothers us because this was months ago and we still remember it.
So, but we're rewriting it now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're tweaking it now.
This is still, so.
This is still going on.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's done. It's put to bed. Oh no.
Because they were like 28 words and it was brilliant, you guys. Like, and I love it because I'll look at the images and then she'll read it. And then I can kind of visualize and I can see how it all works. And then I'm just listening to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's character. There's everything that needs to be said. You can comprehend it. You understand it. And then the practicality, because I'm the one that has to do this. So this is the reality time, you guys, where you see how much space you actually have in the panel versus how many words are in each balloon. And so, excuse me. So I'm going over it and I'm like, Pamela, can you read or can you count how many words are in that balloon? I think I do that because she knows instead of me saying it's overwritten, then you can kind of have your ration. You can go, oh, okay, now I understand without me saying anything, because sometimes that triggers as well. So
and when he does that, by the way, the picture of Caravaggio laying on the ground with one little leg up in the air with the temper tantrum, that's me.
Some of this might be a little too close to home. Some of these characters, some of this might be autobiographical. I don't know. I'm just a saying. Who knows? All the hell's breaking loose. But the thing where you're brilliant at is crafting it and then putting it into character, like having the character speak the way the character speaks, and that I can go to a certain point, but as far as consistency, that's all you, and you can do that like nobody's business. But yesterday was the big breakthrough on 46 and 47. So there were probably 6 different drafts.
Yeah.
Of those 2 pages, mostly 46. 47 continues it on, but it's mostly 46. So when you guys see these, just know there was a lot of love and attention brought into that page. And then we realized, because we came to like, let's try to explain it in a working Joe way, like just a normal, instead of an abstract, try to explain it as like a layman in layman's terms. And so then we had a character, which is Zin. He's the intergalactic kid deity. We had him try to explain it. And then yesterday I realized when we were reading this, he's the wrong guy to say it. Actually, Doug needs to say it. And then when we came up with that idea, then it all fit. Like that one piece of just flipping it to that character's voice, it turned it upside down. And also, it became a chronomechanics moment. It's like Doug is a little bit of a gearhead. Like he's a 1974, 75 gearhead. And the guy has a hot Camaro. So what he does is he relates the big machine, this abstract, to a V8. What did you write?
It's a 6.6 liter, V8 engine.
Yeah, from this Camaro that he has back home. And so as soon as we did that, then we realized that's the relatability. If we could relate it to an actual car engine, not everybody understands a car engine, but I think most people do. It's way more relatable than a giant machine that's built into the fabric of the universe itself. So then we take this abstract and then we put it into a realistic way, and we give that explanation to Doug. And by Doug saying it, oh my God, you guys, I'm getting the hairs are rising up on. It's brilliant. Come over here, I'll pat you on the back.
No, it will help. The reader will be able to go, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and sometimes those breakthroughs, they're like this, man. They're like, God, the tension. And then you just get so frustrated. Like, we're not angry at each other. It's just frustrating. You know what I mean? Especially when you think you have it. Like Pamela said, she went down, she crafted this thing up. This was before yesterday.
Right.
And then you come up with it. It's like, boom, look at this. It's brilliant. And you're like, read it. It's like, I don't see it.
Well, no, because you have.
No. I mean, the one before that. But the one yesterday it was brilliant. There were 7 drafts, Pamela. You're doing it again. We're going to get into a fight. She gave me the face. She's like, no, that's not right. It's like, yes.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's kind of the fighting process, the working process, the writing process, the fighting process. So,
and we still love each other.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, that's kind of the way it works, and the way it has to work is if you have a respect for each other. Like if you have a respect, because it doesn't just happen between, like couples, it happens between, all kinds of different creatives. But if you have a mutual respect for that other person's talents, you can get through these things. Yeah. Usually when things go awry is when that respect isn't there. And then that becomes the problem. Now I feel uncomfortable. How do you think I feel? Wait a minute. Joe Rogan, what's Joe Rogan has said? He cut jokes that were too verbose and reshaped them later successfully. Yeah, the thing is, man, I'll tell you, I kind of like this movie, but you can learn from bad movies. That Justice League movie that DC Warner Brothers put out a few months back, it taught me so much because there are parts that I really, really like. I think I just like to see superheroes on the big screen. So sometimes whether it's good or bad, I still like it. As long as it's not Zack Snyder. Like I thought that some of the Zack Snyder stuff, I just couldn't go down that rabbit hole with them. But this one, I thought there was a lot of bad parts, but there was some good stuff too. But specifically, when I was watching it, I noticed that the villain spoke very generically. Like you could take that villain's lines and put them into any villain's mouth, and they would work because they were that generic. And so then I went, none of this is character specific. None of this says anything about this character, not even the way he talks. So everything is so generic, you have no idea of his character, his backstory, anything like that. So
and you don't care about him.
Yeah, you don't care because you don't understand any of it. So when I watched that movie, I realized that when we write, everything we write has to be very specific to character and to situation, and that it moves the plot forward. Like that's the criteria. Where that movie fails is on most of those levels. The characters aren't clearly defined. A lot of the stuff isn't specific to character, and it doesn't move the plot forward. So it fails on every one of those places. So when you guys are writing, think about that in the back of your head, that everything that you write has to be it has to be specific to one of those three things: moves the plot forward, character, and in our case, that it's funny. Like Chrono, it has to still be funny. So it has to be written in kind of a clever, fun way.
Even though in Chrono, in the first few pages, there's a death. One of the, mechanics is no more, but it still has to lend itself to the humor.
Right. And the way the characters deal with it is it's funny, but it's more emotional. They beat the crap out of each other because they're not going to sit and they're not going to weep and they're not going to cry. So this is the way they deal with it. And then throughout the story, hopefully, I think we accomplished it. It's those three characters dealing with the loss of their teammate,
right.
A fallen mechanic.
Even though they should be used to it because they lose a lot of teammates.
Yeah, there's this parallel between like Team 9.2 and Doug. So the parallel is that Team 9.2 of Sector 7, they can't keep a fourth member. So I think that also came out of kind of the Three Stooges. The Three Stooges always struggled for that third guy, right? They were always the Three Stooges, but there was that one guy that kept going back and forth, right? First it was Shemp, and then Shemp left, and then it was Curly, right? And then Curly left, and then Shemp came back in. And then even after Shemp died, there was another guy. You know what I mean? So there's like this. So I love the Three Stooges, and so does my wife. So I think a lot of these ideas we take from them. So
I love slapstick.
Yeah, there's a lot of Stooges aspects to the three characters. And so that's kind of where that idea came from. And then Doug is just an egomaniac. So to him, he's a perfectionist, and no one can play his music the way it should be played. So when you see him in the story, he's done with it. He's fired every band member. He's fired every teammate, and he's going solo, man. It's all him. So his backup band is a series of guitar pedals. You know, he's like a one-man band. So the idea being is that he realizes he's not an island, and then Team 9.2 realized that they have to work within these confines as well, and maybe respect a fourth member a little bit more than they have in the past, or at least look out for him a little bit more.
And what you guys need to know is that when Art created these 4 characters, there is something of him in every single one of the characters. He is Oot, he's part Doug, he's part Caravaggio, and he's part Zen. So if you guys know anything about Art, you'll pick up on those.
Doug's a rock star from the 70s. Okay. Caravaggio's an artist. Oot is a businessman. I run a studio. And Zen is a pontificator. He's a blowhard, and so am I.
So there you go.
So there you go. I have philosophies. I like to spew them out, and I don't care who's listening. Egomaniac.
Well, and they're all 4 egomaniacs.
Yeah, they're 4 humongous egomaniacs. Yeah. But mostly Oot. Yeah, well, Oot, we used to call him the prehistoric Donald Trump. You can't do that anymore. And the reason we did is because he specializes in real estate. And I'm going to use this. I got something to share with you guys. Let's see if I can do this. This is always touchy. Okay, there's Inco. Let's get rid of Inco. Not permanently. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I found this on the internet, and I guess there are some people that literally live in caves. And so I thought, oh my gosh, this is kind of like a cave condo. This is kind of like what Oot sells or leases out. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is probably what a cave condo would look like. I thought it was funny. And so, yeah, so he's a prehistoric businessman, but he specializes in real estate.
He created the real estate market.
Yeah, he's the original. Yeah, and he rules with an iron club. So yeah, this is Oot. And so he basically manages these cave condos. So if there was such a thing, a real thing, this would be a cave condo. I kind of wanted to tweak it up, take away some of the wood here, and then in the doorway, put Oot, and then have like a fire behind him. Like he's kind of like and then have an open house sign, like out in front, like an open house, like he's a real estate agent. Yeah, but that's basically the fun of this idea. I mean, it's broad. The humor is, it's way over the top, and I cannot wait for this book to get in your hands. Ooh, Shadowhawk says I want an Inco shirt. Ooh. If we start selling these, we'll give D Geek Art a little bit of a couple shekels there. Android Archie Bear Art. If you want to see a nice cave condo, look up Cody. I'm going to look this up. Not right now, but after I'm done. Who is Cody? London's house. Cool.
Well, I'm going to take off.
Are you going to boogie woogie?
I'm going down to the kitchen.
All right. Well,
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, that was fun. So that's our writing, fighting sessions. After I'm done, we'll get some lunch.
Okay.
Inco shirt and stickers. Are you guys kidding? I'll make these things. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah. Everybody's saying bye. Ooh, somebody says bye, Mama Bear. That was cute. Thanks, Shadowhawk. Laters. You guys are awesome. You guys are so cool. And
Mama Bear out.
She says Mama Bear out. So there you go. Laters, Pam. All right, you guys. So I just want to kind of hang out with you guys and talk about a little bit about the fighting process, and let you know a little bit of the process and progress of Chrono. We are so close. We are inches away from getting this book complete and getting it out to the printer. I thought we actually had more of a connection with the printer. Pamela made it sound like she's not sure if they're open or not. So that's going to be my email today, is to make sure that what is this? I like flat perks that fit in an envelope, like poster stickers and cards. Yeah, all of ours do. They're all going to fit in. So far we have trading card set. We have stickers. We have the buttons, the stick pins. Those are the only things that are kind of three-dimensional, but they still fit in the box pretty well. And we are probably going to add, yeah. Do we have stickers? I don't think we have stickers yet. That we're going to add a patch. So we're going to do a Chrono patch. That will probably be the next stretch goal. And we were talking about possibly, this would be so cool if we could get to 50K on the book, that we could do that foil embossing that I was talking about early on in the campaign, where we could do the logo in foil, and then we could do like a little bit of trim around it, and then like a little cog in the corner that would also be that foil, like metallic material. And then Pamela and I can sign our names in that little designated area. I think it would look really, really cool. It'd be all the bells and whistles. If we could do that, I would be so excited to get that product in your hands, because then I feel like we would have accomplished everything we set out to do. Because we started 48 pages, we added 12 pages, so it's 60 pages now. So that's the ideal, no compromise in story, no compromise in action. And then we added the square bound and enhanced cover to it, so it'll look really cool, really dressy with the square bound spine. I like that format, that graphic novel format. And then if we could get the enhancements, the foil enhancements on the cover, that would be everything. And then I do believe we would have a one-of-a-kind, serious Chrono Mechanics collectible that will never be offered, in any store or anywhere else. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then I have Bob Stone. I got to get some fire under that guy's butt to get that work in progress sketchbook going. And also he's designing the trading cards, the Chrono trading cards, which I was hoping to have done sooner to show you guys. Because I want to be transparent and let you guys know and see how things are progressing. And they are progressing quite nicely. And the way these things usually work is everything comes together at the last possible moment. And that's what happened with Black and White. That's what happened with other projects. Actually, for 35 years, that's how almost every comic book project I've ever worked on, it all comes together the last minutes. So, thank you, Robert. That would be awesome, you guys, because then it would more than pay for the foil, and then we could pay for the patches as well. It's an embroidered patch that will do. I can't figure out whether we should do. It's this sleeve here. Whether we should do this design as, let me get up a little higher. If we should do this design as the patch, or if we should do the Chrono Mechanics logo as the patch, or possibly do both. Because I love, a friend of mine, Dan Morvick, designed this for me. And man, it looks so freaking cool. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's kind of the plan at this point. Oh, wait. That's not the one I wanted. Yeah, crypto fashion. It's written here as a post-it. Wow, you guys are on it. You're like mind readers. That's my next email as well to see. I'm just not sure what to do with crypto fashion. If I should do, well, obviously the IPs like Black and White and Chrono Mechanics, but should I do one that brands Hack Shack Studios or Hack Shack Studios and Inco? We could do a combined one. Yeah, so man, a lot of you guys were asking about t-shirts as well with the Black and White Vampirilla. So I always think like nobody wants t-shirts, but I don't know why I would think that. I wear them all the time. We got the Comics Bear. Hey, a Chrono t-shirt would be sweet. And Comics Bear, for all your support, if we do make up t-shirts, I will send a batch out to you on the house, man. Yeah, it has been quite a ride, Kevin. And Kevin, you are a big instigator. And I mean that in the best of ways with making Chrono Mechanics a success. Yeah, 2020 is killing it. And you guys, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Dan Frega, I'm so thankful, man. I worry about everybody, and I was kind of worried because Dan and I talked quite a bit before he came over to Comicsgate because we have a past, and I'm so glad he did. And he was a little nervous about things, and I don't think he's nervous anymore. I don't think he's any nervous. The rest of the industry is kind of a big question mark, right? But Comicsgate right now is killing it, man. And we're keeping comics alive. And having said that, please go check Chrono Mechanics out. If you like what you see, back a book. There are some add-ons. There's the poster add-ons if you didn't get a poster. And there's also a mystery sketch add-on. So you can add that onto your book. Absolutely no problem. And the link is in the description. We got a lot of new faces coming in. This is cool. Mighty Joe Young says Chrono Patch. So, well, we still have a little bit of time. I'm trying to figure out which patch, though. If we should do the team 9.2 of Sector 7 patch, or if we should do the actual Chrono Mechanics logo. Maybe you guys can chime in. Inco is great. I could wear it. I could wear that as an old man. Inco. He's Comicsgate. Comicsgate doesn't have a comrade. We don't have anything like that. Company trade dress on arm, then project on the chest or back. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I also want to ask if crypto fashion just sticks with a certain way of doing it, because a lot of the t-shirts are done similar. So I think I saw some of them did have the arm patch. So I don't know if they charge more for if there's front, back, side, or if you kind of add to the design of the shirt. Because I want to do across the shoulders and maybe wrap the sides a little bit. So the shoulders and back with a caution strip, or around the waistband, a caution strip. I don't know. I was playing, or the whole side, with a caution strip on it. But somehow, because Chrono is there's so many different things you can do with the design and the concept. You know, there's cones, there's tools, there's the caution strip. You know, there's space, there's clock faces. You know, there's all kinds of stuff as a design element that you can use. Spirits car. I think in one of the chats that I was in, you brought up something. Maybe it was the Ethan's chat, and you asked about Chrono or something. And thank you so much for doing that. You guys are awesome. I can't remember the details of it, but you did something very kind in one of the chats, so I wanted to thank you. Shirts are good art. I wear my Cyberfrog shirt out, and people who've never heard of it can't help but ask about it. That's why T-shirts are cool, you guys, because they're somewhat of an advertisement, and they can be conversation starters as well. D Geek Art says, like I said, I could design some. Hey, if you want to do some, more power to you. I would love to see some, maybe with the Hack Shack Studios logo involved or something. Maybe, hey, there's comics or Comic Book Bob. We're going to do a Pontificator show this week. Tomorrow, I apologize, you guys. Last week was the Comicsgate auction, and it was a huge success. So I put the Pontificators on the back burner, and I apologize for that. We are heating it up on that show, man. You guys are supporting that show. I also was thinking about doing some crypto fashion Pontificator shirts. It just always comes like how many people would support it, you know, that type of thing. But with crypto fashion, I do have to look into the details. But I think the overhead, they assume the overhead, meaning all we have to do is order them, and then they manufacture and they ship. That's pretty funny. Oh wait, here's cave houses. There's an article called 30 Gorgeous. Ooh. I never even thought about typing in cave houses. I did see one that has like a waterfall inside of it. I always thought if there's too much moisture, you got to have some kind of moisture barrier if you're going to live underground, though, like a hobbit. There has to be something. Otherwise, water is just going to come right into your cave. No, I meant Chrono Company logo for the patch. Yes. Like a Chrono Incorporated. I don't have a logo for that, but I could. You guys are awesome. These are great suggestions. You can see the wheels turning in my head. We got Zaid Comics. How you doing, brother? Yeah, they got a new book coming out too. Comic Book Bob. I always want to say comics. Comic Book Bob, Sketch Therapy. There are some videos on cave houses here on YouTube. Some of them are insane. Yeah, I am starting to remember some of them. Like they have waterfalls inside and stuff like that. Like I said, it's always, for me, it would be like some kind of moisture barrier. I don't want to live with all those like worms and creepy crawlies that live in the ground. I guess it's weird because I never think of myself as a practical person, but then I come up with stuff like that. I'm like, that's practical. I got the $50 tier long ago and a mystery sketch when that started, trying to figure out how to get more trading cards without going overboard while supporting others too. I love the cards. Yeah, I think the ultimate tier has all 10 of the original trading cards set. And then there's another set that is in form of stretch goals. So there are 5 cards in the stretch goal set, and there are 10 cards in the tier set. And all 10 of the tiers will all be laid out the same way. So they all look like they're part of the same set or collection. And then the variant cover collection will have its own motif as well. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. MI10 patch would make it good. Ooh. Yeah, with the bullseye on it and the yin yang. Sweet mama jamma. Oh, wait, we got a little plug for Liam did a 24-hour stream yesterday for his final day of Xenotype. I felt inspired to back this book. By the end, Liam is like the Rocky of Comicsgate. I didn't know he was. I gotta check that out when I get out of here too. I need to post and help Liam out. He might be in demand right now, so that'd be cool. Moisture, okay. All these patches and logos can be sold as shirts with no upfront costs. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm going to send them an email after I get out of here. I do want to, let's see if I can encourage with a piece of artwork. And then I have a parting question for you guys. So let's see if I can do this and get to where I want to go. There is the cave condo. Let's get rid of the cave condo. Let's get rid of oot. All right. So I just wanted to show you this. I just finished this the other day. This is the last of the commissions. So I'm going to open my commissions list up soon. So this is Whitney Sung, aka White, with a partial yin yang bullseye behind her. So I did have the yin yang in the background, but it was a little too busy, so I took it out. So I just finished this up the other day. I drew part of it on Ethan's his auction stream Friday, and then I did part of it, I think, yesterday or the day before on Dan Frega's stream. So I've been working on it in my spare time, here and there, and I'm trying to combine my YouTube presence with my work presence so I can get things done a little bit more quickly and more efficiently. So I thought this came out really cool. So this, the reason I'm showing this is, one, I'm very proud of it. I think it came out good, but also to encourage you to go over and to sign up for the Black and White Volume 2 Second Chance campaign, which is going to launch probably mid to late next week. Next week, listen to me, mid to late next month. So look forward to that. The link is in the description. Go there, sign up, and you will be eligible, with a backing of a tier, a free trading card done by our buddy Zach Bradley. It came out really, really cool. I don't have it here, but it's really, really cool, and you'll get that absolutely free. Absolutely free for just signing up, you guys. So it doesn't cost you anything. Go sign up. You can always change your mind. You don't have to back a book, but it's better to be safe than sorry. At this point, if you have your name there, then you will be eligible for that free trading card when we go live. Also, we are going to do some early bird specials. And those early bird specials sell out quickly. And everybody that has signed up on the pre-launch page will get those notifications early. So you can get in and get those discounts and those deals before anybody else. Or at least you'll have knowledge of that before anybody else. So that's the Black and White Volume 2 Second Chance pre-launch page. So go there, give us your information, and then we will get you that free trading card, which is so darn cool. It is so darn cool. There was something else I wanted to, I guess that was it. Yeah, the Black and White link is in the description for the pre-launch. So we got quite a few names, you guys, but I would love to do like a last minute jam and get as many names as we can so we can get some quick. That's another good thing. Like if you're a supporter of this channel and supporter of my indie projects, then we can get those numbers up quicker. And if we can get the numbers up on the Indiegogo when it goes live, then our algorithm changes, and then we go up to the lead part of the Indiegogo page, their main page. And we did that with Black and White Vampirilla, you guys. You guys were so awesome, supported that book so early that for 3 days we were in the top 3. and that helps beyond anything I can say. It really does help these campaigns. So Bob put this in. Thank you so much, Bob. You are earning your wrench duties here. Yeah, the greatest comic in all of history. I second that. All right, so I did want to do this because, was it last week and the week before? I had a bunch of fun doing this, and I want to do it again. I really want to do it again. So what I did, let me share again. That's not it. That is not what I want. Okay. This is what I want to do. And this is like a fun aside, but it kind of connects to not only this channel, but to my indie comics stuff. So what I did for the last couple of weeks is Mike Mignola has been posting these great like pop culture drawings, and the inker in me, when I saw this, I was like, it could use some inks. And then I had some people DM me, and even somebody on my Twitter posted, you should ink these things up. And as a kid, I was the perfect age for HR puff and stuff. I guess that's a drug reference. I don't know. As a kid, I had no idea, but I had fun watching it. And Mike Mignola drew this up, and it inspired me. And I was like, this would be cool to ink up. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go a few videos back. I ink a Gigantor image that Mike penciled, and I ink up a scarecrow of Romney Marsh that Mike penciled, and had a lot of fun doing it live. It takes about 2 hours, I guess, to ink them up, to hang out with you guys, and to do a little bit of ink wash on them. And so what I do afterwards is I raffle them off. So the way you become eligible for the raffle is you back a book. So if you back a Chrono book, then you're eligible for the raffle. So it doesn't exclude the people that have already, backed a book. So they're included as well. But what I do to try to kind of inspire us to get to maybe that 50K stretch goal is if I get like 4 backers or 5 backers by a certain time period, then we will do the raffle. If not, I think what I'll do is I'll just extend it until we get to that number. And then I can get you this drawing that I'll do for you guys absolutely free. And I'll send it along. I believe the first 2, if there's anybody that backed and won the raffle, the first 2, the Gigantor picture and the Scarecrow image, are already along in the mail. So we did post those out. So you should be getting them soon if you were the proper backer number. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you would like me to do this again, because it was a lot of fun, but it is interactive. So we do have to get a certain amount of backers to make it worthwhile for the raffle. Otherwise, it's just kind of, it's just kind of fun, a fun aside. Either way, I do enjoy doing it. So love this HR Puffin stuff. Yeah, I love it because he draws it in, Mike draws it in his style, and it's pretty freaking cool, man. So yeah, I'll hang out a little bit longer. Let me know. I guess give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the chat. So if I get enough 1s in the chat that I should do that, then I'll do that. Probably next week I'll do it again. And then probably the end of that week we'll do a raffle. It's fun. It helps content and gives me a chance to entertain you guys. So we have, we got a bunch of 1s. We have Christina. How are you? Ooh, shit, it just jumped. It's weird how the chats work for me. Like it's stagnant for a long time, and then all of a sudden it'll just boom, it'll jump. So there's a bunch of 1s in here. So it looks like we are going to be inking a Mike Mignola HR Puffin stuff doodle, and then I'll raffle it off, and some lucky backer will get it absolutely free. Oh, Leg Kick just backed Chrono Mechanics. Sweet. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So we're at 40K 403. So yeah, we'll do this, and then let me go back. I got all these stupid tabs I got to find. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. We are at 4,400, not 4,400, 40,400. So thank you so much for that. And you will now be part of the raffle. So yeah, even if you guys back right now, you'll be part of the raffle. So that's very, very cool. So thanks for that. I appreciate that. Lucky backer. Yeah, man, I don't know if you guys had as much fun as I did. It was a blast. It was a blast. One, to do the artwork, and then to raffle it off. It's a nice thank you for all the support you guys do. Because like I said, this is not hyperbole or bullshit, you guys. I left DC Comics, a year, 2 years ago. And it was all or nothing for me to come over, do these indie books for you guys, be part of Comicsgate. And I've never looked back because of all the support and people like yourself in the chat here, all the backers, you guys tweeting out, sharing on Facebook, all this stuff, man. It warms my heart. And especially in this pandemic, I'm like, holy shit, man. Between what you guys bring to the table and the stuff that Comicsgate is doing, we're probably the only ones that are doing well in this economy right now, in this comic book economy. And it's because of you guys. Look what you did for Black Flag. You turned, God, I know Dan, and I know Dan Frege is beside himself right now. He is probably on cloud nine. And that kind of support of an indie project, that doesn't happen every day, but it does happen more often than not in Comicsgate. So, and that's because of you guys. So let's see. I got several pages into the original Chrono before reviewing Black and White. Chrono had a lot of heart, just in 6 through 8 pages. It's pretty funny. Some tongue-in-cheek, back it. Yeah. I'm glad. There's a couple other books that exist as well. I'm trying to figure out if I should do something with them or not. What I really want to do, though, is I want to move forward with some new stories, some brand new stories. And Tank Ferret has got me discombobulated here with this. Yeah. So I forgot my train of thought. So yeah, anyways, I was getting kind of mushy there, but yeah, it's all because of the fan base. It's all because of the supporters of Comicsgate and these books. Yes, hail Comicsgate, definitely. We definitely have time, LOL. Realized I hadn't backed it yet. Love Black and White. Whoa! Let me go. This is turning into backeritis. Holy shit! 40,567. I actually should have shared this so you guys can see the numbers turn over. So thank you so much, Chaotic Neutral Comics. Thank you. And we're definitely doing a raffle early next week. We'll do it early next week. I'll print out that Mike Mignola image. I'll transfer it. Because what I do is I have to transfer it. I have to draw it. Otherwise, I can't really do the ink wash. Because the ink wash on Blue Line doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. So that's what I'm going to do. Almost 85K. Oh, that's Dan. Yeah. Holy shit. You got me all excited. I was like, Chrono Mechanics? No. Black and White just signed up. Thank you. Thank you. That is doing really well too. We have quite a bit of signer uppers, but I don't like to take chance. Luck favors the prepared, you guys. So it doesn't cost anything. Go over there, sign up on the pre-launch page. Like I said, it's in the description. Just click on that, go give your email, and I promise I will not spam you guys. It's not in my style. I would never betray you guys. It's counterproductive. Congrats. Thank you. Right on, Christina. Thank you. So I'm getting a little hungry, and I'm sure Pamela is too. I'm glad you like her. I'm glad you like my wife, because I like her so much. I married her. She is awesome, and she is so much fun. Even though we're fighting, we've been with each other. Even though the fighting process happens, it's all good because we know each other and we respect each other and we love each other. So we usually end up coming back around to creating something even better than was before. And that's the part about the creating process that I like. I get to create with my buddy. My buddy. Yeah, I wanted to go on more of Dan's streams, but I've been when I'm writing or I'm drawing, sometimes I get in a zone and it's hard for me to shift over and to do YouTube stuff. That's why I haven't YouTubed all this week. Puffin stuff will be mine. Back off, creeps. Well, make sure you're backed. If you're back, then definitely anything could happen. This is the ultimate thing I want to do is I want somebody in the chat to win, because so far we've done it twice and people that haven't been part of the chat have won. So I want to see the response like live on a stream and see how you guys react. Sketch Therapy, one of my favorites, man. Sketch is a cool dude. Hell, great show. Bon appetit, Monsieur Thibert. Wow, you have studied some language, some lingo. Love Mama Thibert. You guys are awesome. Okay, I just realized this is on my drawing board, you guys. So this is going to be part. Oh, you stupid lighting. This is just my doodle so far. The composition's a little weird, but this is Reed Blackett, aka Black, and Whitney Sung, aka White, beating the shit out of a bunch of robots. So I'm still working on it. It's still rough. The composition's a little off. Some of the drawing is a little. Reed's head's got to be moved up in his shoulders, and I think Whitney's head's a little too big for her body. And some of the composition I'm going to alter. And I'm going to do that once I put it on a template. So I drew this not being formatted for a cover. So I'm going to scan this after lunch, and then I'm going to put it up on a template and then start messing around with it in Photoshop and see if I can bring it, one, the composition, and two, bring the figures to a place where I want them to be. And then I'll probably be bringing that together on a live stream. And this piece of artwork is either going to be the cover of volume 2 of Black and White, or it's going to be a poster print. It may be the anchor piece of artwork for the volume 1 Second Chance campaign that I'll be running next month. I'll be going live with that. So either way, that artwork's going to be used in one of those two campaigns. If I don't use it for the Second Chance campaign, I have another piece of artwork that I have a layout for that might be a little bit better suited for a poster print kind of idea. But yeah, I want to get that all taken care of. And like I said, I'll probably be working on that in a live stream somewhere down the line. Wouldn't that be beating the oil out of the robots? Yes, yes. And there's a lot of oil. I do some sparking, like electric, but one of the things about the chrono not chrono, the black and white robots is that they're going to bleed like humans. So I just like that visual. I think it was from when I was a kid and I would read the X-Men comics. And when they go in the danger room, especially Wolverine, like Wolverine couldn't really use his claws on a human being. So they reserved it for like sparring robots and stuff in the danger room. And so when they go in the danger room, he could just mangle these robots. I mean, just dismantle them with his claws. And I love that as a kid. And I always thought, like, if I got to do robots, I would just devastate them like Wolverine did in the danger room. So when Whitney, aka White, and Reed Blackett, aka Black, when they battle these robots, it's bloody, man. They dismantle these things. They smash the oil. They make them bleed. Cool. Hydraulic fluid. Yeah, all kinds of fluids. All right, you guys. Well, I am going to bid you adieu and get myself some lunch and then get back into drawing. And I think Pamela's got another draft. I think hopefully the last draft for that page 47 we were talking about. So we're probably going to go over some writing as well after lunch. So thank you so much for hanging out. This is always fun just to do these impromptu hangouts. You guys in the chat always make this so much fun. And yes, look forward to Pontificators tomorrow night. And take care.